What's your favorite beverage, Michael?
I don't know, man.
This is coming from the man who makes a list of everything.
I know everything. I'm a very knowledgeable person, a very knowledgeable young man, but you've really thrown me for a loop with this one, Hayden. I don't know.
You literally have everything in your life you have on lists and ratings.
Yeah, a good amount of things actually. More lists than the average Joe.
No shit.
In terms of beverages, okay, just to name a few that come to mind. Sierra Mist, cherry vanilla Coke, Mexican Coke, water, but not bad water, good water,
Define bad water.
tap water,
What kind of tap water?
all tap water.
Really? What about tap water from good taps?
There are no good taps. It's the same water.
But tap water is restaurant water.
You think I like restaurant water?
You don't like restaurant water?
Not in the slightest.
I think restaurant water tastes pretty normal.
I don't think you're a water drinker the way I am.
I think 90% of what I drink is water.
Yeah, but I don't think that you think about it.
No, I do think about it. I just want it to be cold.
What's your favorite water?
My favorite water. Not hose water, but hose water has a special place. Not that's
I was looking at you like, where have you been, Hayden?
apparently in the backyard.
Okay.
No, hold on, give me a second. My favorite water. You know, I've never had Fiji water before.
There are trying moments in friendships, Hayden.
Elitist.
Elitist, perhaps. I think I like to think of myself more as a connoisseur.
My favorite water is probably the water I get from my fridge.
What kind of water is that?
It's filtered water.
Yeah, filtered water. A filter can make tap water drinkable.
Spring water is pretty nice.
I'd say Fiji water is probably my favorite water.
I've never had Fiji water.
We're going to at some point. We're gonna get you.
I'm not paying for it. Shit.
Okay, that's fine. Honestly, it'll change your life.
Really?
Maybe, probably not.
No, I don't think it will.
I mean, but it's a good experience to have.
Life's all about experience.
Voss water is also actually pretty nice. It's a nice consistency. I do like spring water. I enjoy a good ice mountain, a good deer park when I'm back home in the East Coast.
I don't like bottled water.
That's interesting. I don't like non-bottled water. Where else would I get water from?
I don't like bottled water though because of the bottle.
What's wrong with the bottle?
It's so. Every time in the past 10 years, really, I think, because that's when they started teaching us reduce, reuse, recycle, I've just grown to loathe plastic bottles like that.
I feel like that has less to do with the water and more to do with an aversion that you personally have.
Yeah, but it ruins the whole experience for me.
I can't say that I have that same stigma.
Think about the sea turtles, Michael.
There's a time and a place to think about the sea turtles. When I'm drinking
Think
water
about the
is not.
sea turtles.
When I'm drinking water is not the time to think about the sea turtles. What about your least favorite water? What would you say your least favorite water is?
Shower water.
I'm gonna have to say Dasani. Have you ever drinking Dasani water? I know you have.
I think Dasani. I think Dasani might be pretty low on the list because I wasn't even thinking about them as a brand, as a Coca-Cola brand. But
Dasani is garbage water.
what's your favorite juice?
My favorite juice? Probably. Immediately, what's coming to mind is this cucumber watermelon juice that I got from Trader Joe's one time.
The fuck?
What?
Cucumber water? What?
It's a good juice.
I'd say on the daily when I used to drink a lot of juice. Now I really don't. I drank a lot of orange juice. I could probably go through a gallon of orange juice in a day if I tried.
Orange juice is weird. It has to be. I'm very particular about my orange juice because if orange juice is just regular, it's not gonna hit me a certain way. If there's no other juice in the house, then I'll likely drink that. I'm more of a juice drinker than I am a water drinker personally.
That's not good for you.
Fuck you and your health.
And I'm
kidding.
When I was a little kid, apple juice was like a rarity. So I really fuck with apple juice and grape juice because they were just special.
I really do fuck with apple juice as well.
Because
To call apple juice I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
whenever I drink apple juice or grape juice, I just feel like a good boy.
Hi everybody, welcome to
Welcome to Outrospection. I'm doing the intro this time, bitches.
Hi. I'm Rashad, but you know that.
I'm Hayden, and you love me.
Unless you don't.
You should probably love me. I'm a good person to love.
Okay.
Am I not?
I would say platonically, yes.
I know two people who would disagree with that.
Who would disagree that... I mean, well, are those two people you've had platonic relationships with?
Yes, I have had platonic relationships with them. But then they weren't platonic anymore.
Well, I think that your case study kind of
Sucks.
discredits your little theory that you had about you being a good person to love there, doesn't it, Hayden?
In my defense, none of it was my fault.
All right, guys. We got a great show for you tonight.
We got some good news for you guys tonight.
What's those news, Hayden?
We're college boys.
We're going to college.
Yeah.
Now, just to clarify, high school's not done.
Yeah, no, we're still
trapped.
in high school. We're not emancipated yet.
However, we've almost entirely completed the sentence.
We have how many days? Like 10?
Like 12?
No, it's 10 now because today was 11.
Really? Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow. Hold up. Really?
Really?
I thought it was more.
Nope.
That's a crazy thought. We're about to be gone.
So nice. So I'm going to give us some background. Our dear beloved Rashad,
the king of the world,
to himself and his mom, is going to Howard University.
The Mecca
of Black excellence.
I was accepted into Howard's theater arts program.
Which is amazing.
Yes, I act, in case you didn't know, which you should if you've been paying attention. But anyway, I've been accepted into their theater arts program, which means that I am going to be acting in college, and that's a blessing. It's something that I'm really passionate about, and I'm blessed to have that opportunity.
All right.
And Hayden has been accepted to Ohio State University.
No, wrong. I have been accepted into the Ohio State University, as they like to put on all of their shit. It's the Ohio State University with a capital T.
Like Apimpnamedslickedback?
Like, it's literally the Ohio State University.
You know about Apimpnamedslickedback, right?
I do not.
Oh my gosh, Hayden. Oh my gosh. You're disappointing me so much today. We're gonna get back to that at some point.
Yes, it is the Ohio State University.
Okay. Continue.
All right, so you got into your theater program. What program did I get into?
Is it anthropology?
I'm in their anthropology. I'm in their liberal arts school. But what?
Oh yeah, you got into their fucking I don't know, merit scholar, national merit scholar, or scholarship something scholar. I don't know how to.
International. You're really disappointing me as a friend today.
International
Scholar Academy.
International. I don't.
It's a pretty big deal too, you know, because I get like special study abroad stuff. It's like my whole point of that academy is like becoming, worldly. It's a super big deal.
I'm sorry,
but yeah, we're college. We've been accepted into two great schools.
We're college boys.
Hit our lines.
Actually, yeah, follow me on Instagram, rdavis.wave. If you go to Howard and you listen to this, which you probably don't, but if you do, hit my line.
If you go to Ohio State, hit my line. Hayden_Bittinger on Instagram or Twitter. It's the same on both. I know how to brand.
That's cool. That's tough.
And it's just my name.
That's tough.
You just look up my name.
Have you considered doing Hayden.Bittinger instead?
No.
So we haven't been here for a little bit, guys.
Yeah, I'd like to formally apologize to all of the listeners because we've been busy with this whole college thing and a high school thing and other things and emotional chaos of life that we haven't been as apt on recording because we've been busy.
I would like to formally make the statement that we will attempt to be better.
Yeah, we will definitely be better. Do I do not do? There is no try.
I mean, okay.
Yoda.
If anyone's gonna make me be better at being consistent with this stuff, it's Hayden.
Yeah, I'm like the whole time management guy.
Yep.
I got him out of Spring Hill Mall in under 3 hours. I'm really proud of myself today.
You wouldn't have been able to do that at Whitfield.
Bet.
Let's do it. We're gonna do it.
No, I'm too tired to do that right now.
Not right now.
I feel like there's a consistent theme.
We're doing the podcast right now.
I feel like there's a consistent theme of me just like applying things to the very moment.
Yeah, like I called Hayden today and I was like, Hayden, I want to go on a road trip. And he was just like, he's like, I mean, not right now, but it's something we can talk about. And I'm just like, Hayden, it's Tuesday.
Before you make me look more stupid, In my defense, I thought he was meaning like he was being like overdramatic, like a road trip like it's not. We'd have to go somewhere like an hour away to pick something up or whatever.
I mean, like at the same time, just like that's not.
I would call you saying we have to go on a road trip to like go to Woodfield or somewhere.
Perhaps.
We have been
Woodfield-
on a road trip then.
I love Woodfield.
We drove to Woodfield.
We did. Did we?
Yeah. We dropped it on my mom's phone.
Oh yeah, we did do that.
We should talk about that whole us experience thing.
Hey guys, we saw us.
Yeah, we saw us.
If you saw us and you liked it, then let us know.
Yeah, it was great.
If you saw us and you didn't like it, then I don't want to hear about it.
You know how I said I didn't want to see that movie again because it just was too mindfucky for me.
Yep.
I want to see it again.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, really bad.
Let's do it. Let's put that down.
I'm gonna wait for it to be on Redbox.
Let's do it. Let's put that down in the plans of things that we're gonna do at some point.
We have a lot of plans.
Of things that we're gonna do at some point.
Yeah.
The list of things that we are definitely going to do, locked down in the immediate future, is much shorter than the list of things that we're gonna get to at some point.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably true for everybody.
We should talk about the story of our actual pre-experience of seeing us. Mm-hmm. So we go to see us on it was during spring break on like a Saturday morning.
I think it was. Was it a Saturday?
It doesn't matter. Anyway, we go to see it in the morning because like we want cheap movie tickets, right? Because we're broke. We're broke high school students.
We don't be pulling in big bread.
Yeah, I pull in minor bread.
I pull in no bread.
And so anyway, we go to see it, right? And we're there. We're sitting down in the theater. I think it was like the opening credits were beginning, right? I don't think the movie had started yet.
Yes.
And I get a call. I'm like, well, who the fuck is calling me? I look at it. It's my mom. And so I walk out. I get a call from my mom. It's actually from my dad. That would make more sense. So it's my dad calling me. And he was driving my mom to the airport to fly to visit her mother. And he goes, Hayden, you have to run home right now. Mom forgot her phone. And her phone's like one of those wallet phone thingies. Mm-hmm. Where it's like she has like her ID and her credit card and all of her shit in it. Mm-hmm. And so I go get Michael. I'm like, Michael, we gotta go.
I'm saying like this, like I'm just hearing the story, like I wasn't there.
He was there, and so like I'm like, you can either stay here and watch the movie, or like you can come with me. We have to go drive to Schaumburg right now and drop off my mom's phone.
And me being the good friend that I am,
he came with, and so he came with, and we went. I got my house, got my phone, got my mom's phone, got it, drove to Schaumburg, had a nice little time, listened to Diamonds and Pearls by Prince and the New Power Generation. It was a good little day.
It was a nice little road trip.
We got some reimbursement.
And we went and saw the movie.
And we saw the movie again at like 5 o'clock. Yeah, because we got about.
Yeah, it was roughly 5 or 6-ish. 5
yeah,
or later.
Around some point, it was dark
Between
outside.
5 and 6.
Yeah, we went and saw it again. And it was fucking great.
Yeah, the moral of the story is that Hayden and I actually hang out.
The moral,
we're not just podcast friends. Like we're friends outside of the podcast too.
I'd say the vast majority of interaction, especially now, has been outside of the podcast. Mm-hmm. We're also we're business partners and co-hosts and BFFs.
That's true.
Also
with
the end of high school, very quickly approaching, deliciously approaching, prom, the prom as is coming up. Michael and I both are going with friends of ours.
Mm-hmm. Good old pals.
Good old pals. Lovely people that we have in our lives.
Yes.
It's very stressful.
It sure can be, yes.
So last year, Michael was going with the same person he went with last year.
I sure am.
Amazingly. Not going to explain that. Amazingly.
Yep, none of your business.
I am not. Last year, I went with someone who I was dating. And this year, I'm going with a friend. And even the fact that I'm going with a friend, it was so much more difficult setting this whole shit up because I did not have a ordained date.
I think that kind of goes for any kind of function that you have to take a date to, though. Like if you're in a relationship,
facts,
then you have a default date, like a de facto date.
It's so much easier.
Off just the fact that you have them, they exist.
And this year, I think both you and I were both pretty stressed out about getting dates.
Yeah, actually.
It adds like a whole new level of stress to it all.
Yeah, I was really stressed out until I figured that I would just kind of go with what I knew. You know, I talked to my friend, and luckily she wanted to go with me again this year. You know, and so, you know, it all ended up working out.
Mine was very stressful because this girl who I'm friends with asked me to go as friends, and then we didn't go for a little bit, which was dumb as shit. and then now we're going again, and it's okay, and everything's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be fine. The tickets are bought, and nothing else, nothing can stop that part.
Yep. The table is full. It's all terrible.
Can't relate. I'm at a table by myself.
Yeah, because you waited too long. But I want to talk about, it's kind of sort of like the pomp and circumstance of prom, in the fact that, and I think this is really prominent, and I dealt with this earlier with the younger people who were in color guard with me, is that the asking of people to prom or homecoming is the most inefficient system I've ever seen in my life.
Truly.
So if you're not part of the American dance experience, high school dance experience, here's kind of how it goes. And here's how everyone wants it to go. So, and this is, I'm going to do mostly with heterosexual people, because that's where this sexism that I'm going to explain comes into play more.
Yeah.
And that's the experience I know better as a heterosexual male. But I'm sure it's different in a lot of aspects for people of different sexualities. Just to get that out of the way. But
We are heterosexual males, and we can only speak to our experience as heterosexual males.
But anyway, so the way it normally works is that you have an interested party, be it male or female, wants to go with someone else who they're not dating. If that person is a male, they are generally expected to ask the female to go, but not vice versa. And there is a kind of like unspoken, but I've been talking about it a lot recently, rule that like girls don't ask guys, and that guys are supposed to ask girls. But the thing is, nowadays, no guy wants to get rejected publicly like that.
Especially because people go all out with the promposals.
Yeah, which is rough.
It's a big old.
I used to go all out with promposals.
It's a big old oof.
It's a big old oof for the poor people out there. And the expectation is that the girls,
Okay.
they're expected to be asked.
Uh-huh.
They are the askee, not the asker. The problem is, and I've seen at least over a dozen friends of mine who are female, is that they want to go with a guy, but they won't ask him because that's not the way things are done, air quotes. And the guy has no fucking clue that she wants to go with him.
Here's my issue with the way things are as a concept overall, not just in this particular situation, but with the idea of the way things are. That can't be an excuse to inconvenience or incapacitate yourself, or to allow yourself to be inconvenienced or incapacitated. Now, there's a difference between the way things are and the way that things have to be. Sometimes the way that things are the way that they have to be for reasons such as like laws or like just systems.
Some laws are dumb though, so are systems. But we get what you're saying.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can't really do much about dumb laws except for try and fight for them to be changed. But if you break the law, you're still breaking the law.
Yeah.
Unless you don't get caught.
I mean, you're still breaking the law, you just don't get caught.
Nothing is illegal if you don't get caught.
Our 8th grade English teacher got really mad at me for saying that one day.
Mm-hmm.
It's not true.
It's not technically true, but it's a conversation for another time.
Yeah.
My issue with the idea of the way that things are is that right now we live in probably the most feminist time period we've ever lived in.
Woo!
And that's not to say that things are perfect for women, because they're not. There's a whole lot of work that still needs to be done, but a lot of work has been done. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the expectation of this male-driven kind of society where women feel that they're not supposed to ask people to prom, I have an issue with that. I think it's problematic, and it's indicative of an issue with the way the kind of implicit bias that we have within society.
Mm-hmm. And so my story with the females that I talked to, I got one of them during homecoming season, which I didn't go to homecoming this year, to ask this guy to homecoming, and he said no. I felt really bad about that, but I also didn't, because I at least changed it. I at least got some action.
I think that's a terrible case study.
Yeah. I would recommend not asking someone unless you were sure they were going to say yes. Not sure, but confident.
Across the board.
Also, don't be scared to ask someone.
Actually, I'm going to strike that for the record, actually. I think that, you should take risks. Mm-hmm.
It's better to go with
just
someone.
Go ask a Randy, but, take risks, man.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what's going to happen. You can't predict the future unless you can, in which case I'd like you to immediately speak to me. No, actually, I don't. If you can see the future, I don't want to know that shit.
As long as you're not stalking them, the worst thing they can say is no.
That's not true.
They could also say, go fuck yourself, but like...
We are really bad at making a case for a thing that we're in support of.
No, all right. I'm gonna lay it flat. The system that we have does not work and it's most efficient. It is like boarding an airplane, but the dumbest way possible to board an airplane, would be like just let fucking anyone go on at any time. Nothing would get done. The aisles would be all blocked. It'd be fucking chaos and disorder. But
The funny thing is that I thought about when you said that. Unrelated, when you said that, I was thinking I saw a video about what would be the most efficient way to board an airplane, and then I remembered that I saw it.
I showed it to you.
Yeah,
So that was my analogy. That was in my head for some reason. But
I think about that quite frequently, actually.
the system could be much better if one, there was no expectations on the basis of gender and sex for who asked to. We had this thing a couple years ago, but they don't do it in a story anymore, called Sadie Hawkins dances, which most people probably know as where like a girl asks a guy. That shouldn't be. It should just be a girl ask a guy or a guy ask a girl any fucking day of the week.
It should just be. That's really how it should be. And that's like that has to do with a whole lot of things. You know, guys are expected to make the first move, and that's my gripe with that isn't that I'm a guy and I don't want to make the first move because
It's unrealistic.
I'll do it. But at the same time, there are so many girls who want to talk to people but are afraid to make any kind of movement based on this preconceived notion, and that's limiting. You know. Like literally, a rejection is better than nothing.
Facts.
Because if you get, and a lot of people will disagree with that. A lot of people think
They're wrong.
But if you have, if you hold on to something, a feeling that you have, and you never act on it, then you don't ever get to move past it.
That's true. I always say this to everyone who I've ever talked to who's had a crush on someone or whatever. You just fucking ask. It's so much better if you just fucking ask.
That way, they say if they say no,
it's over. It's done. You can move on.
Yeah, you move forward. That's how life works.
But yeah, I think if any females out here listening to this episode, if you want to ask a guy to a dance, just fucking ask him. You don't. I think also, and the second point I was going to get at, since I got off topic, sorry, the whole prom proposal thing. I've done, big homecoming and not big, but medium-sized prom or homecoming proposals, and they worked out great. I really enjoyed doing them actually, but I do think that it makes the whole ordeal a little bit whack.
I don't like that as expectation.
I don't want it to be an expectation.
I like it as a gesture. I don't like it as expectation.
Put that in stone.
Like
put that on wax.
Yeah, because like the idea that we have to do this thing, and I don't know if everybody at every place has to do feels like they have to do it.
Around here, they try and pressure you.
And the thing is that it's like you're setting yourself up to either if it works out, it works out. But it's just like it's so much more of a risk because what happens if they say no?
Oh shit! I didn't even think about it like that because I've only ever proposed to someone, or like proposed or like homecoming, like the whole thing shtick. If I knew they were going with me, I wouldn't even think that I would never do the whole big thing unless I knew they were going with me for sure. I would not put myself in it like that.
And it's like you go through the whole thing with the fireworks and the pyrotechnics and the astronauts and the doves.
And then the dogs with lasers on their ears.
Yeah, and then they say no, and then what?
And leprechaun strippers.
And then what? We don't talk about leprechaun strippers on this podcast.
Keep them in the bag.
We don't talk. No.
Keep them in the bag.
No. We don't talk about leprechaun strippers on this podcast because that's a taboo topic that most people don't like hearing about. Remember, Hayden?
Keep them in the fucking bag.
Anyway.
We're really weird if you guys couldn't tell at this point.
We're so much less weird on the podcast than we are in real life.
That's true.
Yeah, you have no idea.
The leprechaun strippers is actually an ongoing joke.
Yeah.
That came out of absolutely fucking nowhere. Out of my mouth one day.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that most people would probably take a second, but it's just been a thing that he said and we just ran with it and we just have ran with it.
And it will keep coming up. Yeah, with the whole prom thing, I think, the expectation of big promposals is it's expensive too.
Yeah,
a lot of them are not cheap unless you make like a poster. But first of all, posters kind of suck in my professional opinion. Second, when it's not a poster, it already gets to cost money. It's just so much cheaper, and prom's fucking expensive as shit.
Yeah, like literally, I've never heard of anybody talk about their prom experience and be like, oh, it wasn't very much. Like, you gotta spend money.
Mm-hmm. Let's do the math right now. So I paid like $200 to rent a tux, right? Probably gonna get my car washed.
Yes.
And clean, or whatever the fuck that is.
Mm-hmm.
$100 a ticket.
Yeah.
And that's just for me as a guy. And that's the basic. Michael is also getting accessories, which are expensive.
Expensive.
Now think about it as a girl. The person I'm going with has a $500 dress that she doesn't return. It's not a rental.
Jeez.
I'm renting my tux. And then she got her nails done today for $50. And she's gonna get, and a lot of girls get their hair and makeup done, which is expensive as shit. Plus the $100 ticket.
And then assuming
And
that,
shoes.
you don't have any free plans lined up for after prom, you're probably gonna want to get something to eat.
Facts. Denny's or some shit.
And I'm not gonna act like Denny's is very expensive. If Denny's was awfully expensive, then I would have an issue with
Denny's
what
is
wasn't.
expensive to us.
Yes, Denny's is expensive to us broke boys, but to you rich people, because we know that if you're listening to the podcast, and you're probably living a quite lavish
And
lifestyle.
don't go to Denny's.
unless you do, you probably do. I don't know.
We need to stop saying we're broke if we really want people to hit our line.
We won't be broke for.
I have a
very
job.
long.
I'm employed.
We won't be
Love
broke
me.
for very long, guys. Come on, just. Bro.
No, stop. That's. I don't want to get copyright. Yeah, prom's whack.
Yeah.
But there is something about prom that I think is interesting.
What's that?
So, as per usual, everyone, Michael and I included, get really gussied up for prom. We walk up, we look in like we're great. We got our fancy shoes, fancy pants, vest if you're into that, shirt, jewelry, suit. Girls got on makeup, their hair done. I'm gonna have my hair done. Their nails done. They got heels or some shit. We're all trying to be as beautiful as we can possibly be. But is all that really beautiful?
Huh.
And this is kind of the topic I want to talk about, because I've talked about this with people before, and it's the difference between natural and artificial beauty. And so I'm going to define them a little bit first. So natural beauty is what I'd call like the beauty of things as they come in nature. So like landscapes, forests, the natural world. I'd say in terms of humans, natural beauty is the closest you get to like being like naked with no makeup on, generally natural facial hair. I mean, I guess I'd count shaved as being natural enough, but like natural hair color, generally natural haircut. Though natural is just as things are in nature, that kind of beauty, which we acknowledge that are things that are naturally beautiful.
And then artificial beauty is the beauty that comes from man, that comes from within our heads and what we think that it's beauty that we created, that we built. You know, when we talk about city landscapes, skyscrapers, you know, we talk about, you know, we buy the clothes that we put on our bodies, the makeup, the accessories, the tattoos, the earrings, the hair colors, the styling, the stylization. It's what we take with nature and then put on top of it.
Mm-hmm. And so I think it works as like a spectrum. So to the left, you have like natural beauty in like its purest form, which I don't think you should really go for when it comes to people, because then you smell. And then to the right, you have like Instagram thoughts, and those the pictures that you find on Instagram.
Instagram
Models and thoughts. Some of them aren't models. Some of them aren't getting paid, but they still exist. So on this spectrum, like, I think we should state first where we think we lie. I'd say I definitely lie more far on like the natural beauty side of things, but I also do like it when things not smell. I like it when things smell like flowers and shit. I'm really into flower smells. I'm really weird like that.
This is an interesting kind of question. I don't really know. It's a very case by case kind of thing for me.
All right, well, it's a case by case kind of thing. What do you mean by that?
I mean that I don't think that I think that I'm all over it. I think that it just depends on things. Like, you know, there's a spectrum.
Well, yeah, I said there was a spectrum.
I know, and I think that I'm all over the spectrum depending on
The
given thing, the given situation, the given scenario.
But that's not to say like I say I lie definitely on natural beauty. That's not to say things I don't appreciate things that are artificially beautiful.
I mean,
like, I know what good makeup looks like, but I also think, you know, people without makeup are pretty nice. I also think that like nature looks. I like nature. I like being in nature, but at the same time, I'm also a super big city person. I like being in cities, but I wouldn't say I find them beautiful. I just like the energy of cities.
and like I would say that I find them beautiful, but I would also say that I find nature beautiful. And I would, in terms of makeup, you know,
You're probably right in the middle.
probably. I mean, it very much depends.
Well, I'd say that's I'd say that is also like if we take this into politics too, centrism. It depends. So I'd say you're the centrist of beauty.
Yeah, my thing is that I feel like, I feel like artificial beauty at the cost of natural beauty isn't necessarily a thing that I'm really for.
I don't think either should be at the cost of the other. I think that's when it becomes detrimental. Because
You know,
natural beauty at the cost of environmental beauty would be
not
like
taking
smell
showers.
like not showering, right?
Yeah, and then artificial beauty at the cost of natural beauty would be like,
Cutting down rainforests to make shopping malls.
it's the idea that and the thing, and I think that that's an interesting topic because we have a lot of people in society, and I'm not just going to talk about women, but I'm just talking about people in general who feel that it's necessary to change the way that they look in order to, in order to feel comfortable with themselves. People who make drastic changes to their appearance in order to, because they feel like it makes them look better and it helps them feel comfortable with themselves. They don't feel comfortable with their natural state. I think everybody should feel comfortable in my natural state. Me, Mr. Blonde Mr. Blondie, Mr. Blondie black kid. I feel like, and like, yeah, I mean, nice to say that, I've done it. I've done things. And that's not, and I didn't bleach my hair because it felt like it would make me more comfortable, but but at the same time, it's still an alteration of my natural state and a semi big one on account of the fact that,
I can see it.
Yeah, it's there.
I mean, the same for me.
I can't take it off.
My left ear is pierced. As of fairly recently, a couple months ago, I got my ear pierced, which is not natural. Your ears don't naturally get pierced in nature. You don't naturally have a piece of metal in your head constantly, but I do. I made that choice because I like moving to new plateaus in my life, and that's one of the ways I saw doing it.
Plus, we all wear clothes.
I appreciate people wearing clothes in public and generally.
I mean,
I appreciate people who I'm not romantically involved with wearing clothes.
I have an appreciation for nudist communities, but at the same time,
aren't they cold?
It's just, I feel
like they're in warm places though.
I don't understand how people in nudist communities would be able to function in regular society in the same way. Like, not function, but I feel like that would be an uncomfortable lifestyle.
Yeah, I wouldn't be nudist ever.
I honestly feel bad because it's like, what if that's
boners.
I really don't.
The random boners are probably a huge problem.
I'm trying to make a real ass statement there too.
Well, all right. Tell me we're not thinking the same thing.
No, we were not.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
Sometimes we are, but in this instance, no, we were not.
Tell me what you're gonna say.
I feel like it would just be uncomfortable because if you feel like you are leading a nudist lifestyle, you obviously don't feel comfortable wearing clothes. So I feel like it would obviously be uncomfortable having to live in a society where, you have to. At the same time, I would appreciate it if people would just, wear clothes.
Yeah, I prefer when people wear clothes too. Clothes are fun. Michael and I really enjoy clothes.
We're big clothes people.
We are huge clothes people.
Clothing fans. Fans of the clothing.
We're very fashionable.
I like to think so.
I like to think so of myself too, but some people would disagree. Some people just say I dress weird. I just say I dress like me. Or whatever I think would look like me.
Yes.
Life's nice like that.
It really do be like that.
But shifting back to the whole beauty thing, I think, and that's like aesthetics is a big part of modern philosophy, actually, of like why we like shit and why we think shit is beautiful. I'm not sure where we get our predispositions of what we think is more beautiful, more naturalistic stuff, or more artificial stuff, but I think it's super interesting and important on what we define as beautiful in our lives, because it's kind of the things that we reach for. And I'm not talking about beauty as in like the girl you saw that you want to marry is beautiful. I'm talking about like your personal like beauty as in like the attractiveness of a thing. But yeah, what is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? I know what the most beautiful thing I've ever seen is.
What's that?
A mirror.
I was going to say the same shit, actually.
Yeah. So now we're going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the same shit.
No, the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, actually speaking, are probably acts. Like things I've seen people do for one another. Just like good-hearted nature stuff.
That's true. We were entirely talking about physical beauty for a whole good amount of time.
I mean, I think the whole thing was aesthetic physical beauty, but we can talk about higher beauty as well. I'd say that's lower beauty. There's higher beauty.
In my mind, the most beautiful thing is energy.
Yeah, I'd say higher beauty is more beautiful than lower beauty.
I'd say that the most beautiful thing is energy because I think that energy connects and runs through everything.
He really likes his energy. If you do not have the right energy, he will get out of the car.
Literally.
He has, and then I yelled at him. Have you ever heard me that mad before?
No.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty mad, but I was having a rough day.
You see, we hang out. We're friends.
Yeah, and I scream at him across the neighborhood, and we're still friends. And he screams at me everywhere else, and we're still friends.
Yeah, we're pals.
Yeah, that's the thing that I think a lot of people, especially nowadays, I feel like a lot of people like can't get over things. Like if I were to like do that with like some of my other friends, they'd be like they would never be able to move past it.
Me, yeah, no, like the way that I weigh things is like, is this gonna matter? Is this gonna matter
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah. But like, no, like the whole thing, the whole like a lot of the altercations that we have, because we're friends, and because we're friends, we fight and we argue.
Most of the altercations we have is because we're fucking tired.
Is either because we're fucking tired, or we're both incredibly intelligent.
Yeah, and tired at the same time.
Yeah.
Or something happened earlier in the day that predisposes us to like a bad mood.
Or we just like literally don't see eye to eye.
Yeah.
And the thing is that if the question is this going to matter tomorrow?
No, it never does.
And even if it is going to matter tomorrow, is going to matter the next day? Is it going to matter the day after that? No. Most of the time, it's not even going to matter in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So like, why would I hold anyone to that?
Definitely. And see, friendship is beautiful, Michael.
Friendship is beautiful. Mm-hmm. Friendship is comprised of energy.
Freedom is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Also comprised of energy.
I think freedom can just quickly spill into anarchy, but just like order can quickly spill into dictatorship. A different topic for another day. I was just thinking about that the other day. If you guys don't know, I like to wax philosophical all the fucking time.
Yeah, he's just mind riffs all the time.
I mind riff. This is why people shouldn't just let me talk.
It's like you're the dude that will pick up a guitar and be like, oh yeah, I'm so good, and we'll play all sorts of like cool riffs and stuff, and then they'll be like, all right, play a song, and then you'll put the guitar down.
See, now I would never learn riffs. I just learn the song because I see things as songs and albums.
You're looking past them. You're looking past the analogy.
The analogy was bad.
The analogy was great.
Because no.
Yes.
Endgame.
It's coming up.
Endgame anxiety. Are you anxious for Endgame?
Bro.
If people who don't know, just to clarify, if people don't know what we're talking about, Avengers Endgame comes out April 26th, 2019. It is the sequel to Avengers Infinity War, the fourth highest grossing movie of all time. I'm hype and scared.
Bro.
Spill it. Tell me how you feel.
I can't even like.
It's gonna be all right. He's getting choked up.
How many movies, bro?
22.
22 movies. This is a saga, man. Like this is like
saga means 6.
Does it really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
This is a legacy, man.
This is
a whole thing.
This is an epic.
Yeah, and we're coming to like the end of the story.
Not really, because they're gonna make more. Because these things make fucking bank.
Yeah, but like we're coming to the end of this massive story arc that spanned 22 movies. That's unheard of.
10 years of our life. 11, really.
Man, like, and like, I can't speak for people, and I'm not gonna act like I'm this humongous Marvel Comics fan, you know.
I will say this, and I'm gonna be honest about this. I've never read a Marvel comic in my life, but I really love the MCU.
But I will say conclusively that I am a humongous Marvel Cinematic Universe fan.
Yeah, I love that shit. I fucking adore it. It's some of my favorite movies of all time.
And the thing about
But I haven't read a comic. I'm gonna be honest.
The thing about it, and you know, you might think that we're fake fans and whatnot, but no, because
Fans of the movies.
What the MCU represents to us, or at least to me, is like that's a piece of my childhood. It's it's a piece of like my life. I can't I can't act like it's not. I can't act like it hasn't impacted like some stuff in my life. You know, it hasn't impacted my moods. It hasn't made me feel good when I'm having a bad day. Like MCU is super important to me. So coming up to this moment, like this is a big deal.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say it personally because I didn't really get into them as kids. I got into them more as like a teenager. These movies I've like, especially in the past 2 years, I've watched them so many times.
Yeah, this is a It's crazy that we're kind of coming to this point.
I just got really sad all of a sudden.
Yeah, because it's just like I get really sad every time I think about the end of Infinity War.
Yeah, I cried.
I cried too.
I'm not embarrassed. I totally cried in that movie theater.
I definitely cried in the movie theater.
That's because
and I cried in the movie theater the second time I saw it too.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I cried because like all my favorite characters died.
You can't not cry like that. You know how that feels?
Yeah.
Like that's not a regular feeling.
No.
You can't like,
And it was just I felt so helpless.
because it's like, if you haven't seen Infinity War up until this point, then I'm sorry, but you don't deserve to. You don't deserve for us not to spoil it. It's been enough time.
I mean, I think we should focus on Endgame, and I'm gonna ask you one question about Endgame because I'm gonna expose a nerve here. Which Avenger that could possibly die, that was either snapped or not snapped, would you be most scared to have permanently die? Definitely for sure, for realsies.
T'Challa.
T'Challa.
Who all got snapped?
All right, I can go. I'm gonna go through the main ones. T'Challa. Falcon.
It's definitely not Falcon.
Bucky.
It's definitely not Falcon.
Spider-Man. Doctor Strange. Peter Quill / Star-Lord.
Like all the Guardians.
Drax. Mantis. Gamora got thrown off a fucking cliff, so I'm not sure if she can even be revived. Scarlet Witch. Shuri, which is T'Challa's
Oh my god.
sister. T'Challa, aka the Black Panther, aka the King of Wakanda. M'Baku's still alive, by the way, just in case you wanted to know.
We love M'Baku.
Yeah, we do. I'm gonna forget people now off the top of my head. Nicholas Fury.
Nick Fury. Oh wow. I'm dead ass tearing out right now. Like this is I really do care about this stuff.
Vision was killed by Thanos. He like ripped out his stone.
No, like this is what I'm saying. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. When I talk about the end of Infinity War, in terms of like what I was what I was about to say is that it's like that moment to me. It's just like they had done so much, and it was just like they had won. And it felt like this is the end of the movie because this is how the movies are done.
And then
literally the moment, right even before that, when they went back, when everything had went down, and then he used the time stone and went back, and it was just like,
and then they did it
what
again.
it was
there
like,
were two
what?
fake outs. There were two fake outs.
Yeah, and then in that moment. When it's like you think everything's gone, Thor comes down with this axe and like
almost saves the day.
And you know, in your heart, when the tension's that big, because the stakes are so high and the stakes have never been so high, like and like you can feel that when the stakes are that high.
My jaw was on the floor.
And when the stakes are that high, and you think that you've won because the heroes are supposed to win the story,
and they didn't.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's such an emotional roller coaster. I love that movie though.
It's a great film.
It's great.
If you haven't seen Avengers Infinity War, you probably should have.
You should.
You should have. We just spoiled it for you.
So you'd be most upset if T'Challa died.
Or Spider-Man.
Or Spider-Man. I would be, I think, in a living Avenger after the snap, if they kill off Tony Stark Iron Man.
If they kill off Iron Man.
Which is very likely to happen, I think.
I think so too.
I'm just going to be upset.
If they kill Iron Man.
I'm going to be really sad. I'm going to be really upset if they kill Steve Rogers, Captain America too.
I will not be nearly as upset.
I'm not gonna be I won't be as upset because I just really like Tony Stark. I'm gonna be upset if they kill Thor.
I will actually, I didn't even think about that.
Because there's so much you can do with Thor now.
I didn't even think about that. That's not even a thought that crossed my mind. I thought after the Star thing, Thor was just unkillable. Wow, that's no.
I'd be upset.
Wow, no, dude, no. You're like now I'm actually really genuinely
scared,
shook right now.
You're anxious.
Like literally, like anything can happen. Like,
dude, that's the power of Infinity War. Is that now it's like we can do whatever the fuck we want now, and you can't stop us, bitches.
And we haven't. And for those of you who know spoilers for the movie, we haven't seen the spoilers for the movie because we like ourselves.
We've been avoiding.
We have self-respect. So if you or anybody wants to try and spoil this film for us,
fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. I hate you.
Like genuinely, like fuck you. Fuck like you, no, man. Like I'm so serious. Like
fuck you.
Fuck you. You're a bad person.
You're an asshole. We care about this way more than we should, probably.
Probably, definitely, like, but still, I'm out here genuinely like damn
We're
near
shaking
in
in our boots
tears.
right
Like
here.
this is like it's real.
It's real.
Like
We really
this
care
shit,
about
like
this.
it just never felt so real. I cannot name a single time I have watched a comic book movie or like a fictional work of like anything that's felt just like a fictional work that's like all the way in the realm of fiction in the way that the MCU is that's felt so real.
I feel that. It's just such. It's just.
It feels like I can feel that shit. The anxiety of the whole thing.
It's crazy, and it just If I've been avoiding like all Marvel related stuff on like YouTube, Reddit, everywhere because I don't want to get it spoiled. I had one thing in Infinity War spoiled for me, which was Spider-Man's death, which I probably would have had a way bigger impact on me if I didn't know that. But I have nothing spoiled for me this time around. I hope not to in the next like 2 days before we see it together.
And we're not going to.
I'm not even gonna post this till like Thursday at minimum, till at least when we've seen it. Mm-hmm.
My God! Wow, this is.
Why are we so stressed out about this?
Because it's real. This is real life, man.
It's not real life. It's a movie.
It's a movie, but it's real life.
Yeah, I think you did a good job.
When you spent 10 years creating a cinematic universe, the Hulk doesn't count. The Incredible Hulk film does not count.
We didn't like that one.
We abhor that film.
Mm-hmm. Except for the Tony Stark scene.
Yeah. We don't count that film. We don't talk about that film. You spend that much time making a cinematic universe, and it starts to feel like it's real life. When you watch that many movies, and you become that attached to these characters, and they start to have that much of an impact on like the way that you consume things and the way that you kind of feel about just movies and what movies are. When the standard becomes what that is. And when like the MCU, like when the feeling of going to see MCU movies becomes what it is, it becomes real life.
I mean, I just think they've done such a good job. I feel like it's been so long. We feel so connected to these characters.
Which is
incredible.
I literally can't name a single time when I haven't been incredibly excited going to see a Marvel Cinematic Universe film.
We saw Captain Marvel together, which was I think great.
Yeah,
I think it was really good.
Yeah, and even if the film isn't good, like even if the film is like okay or God forbid bad, like
I still care.
Yeah,
I still care. That's just has there ever been anything really like this before, to this extent?
No.
I
don't know.
I don't know.
No,
I don't think so.
It's never felt like this.
Mm-hmm. I've never felt so. I mean, even though like other things like Star Wars or Harry Potter, which the books are different, but Star Wars, I've never felt this attached to Star Wars before seeing a Star Wars movie.
And I love Star Wars.
Don't
get me wrong, I'm a big Star Wars.
I used to really, really love Star Wars. Now, not as much. So
they've kind of fucked Star Wars.
Fuck The Last Jedi.
Oh fuck! No, we're not talking about The Last Jedi.
We're
we're not talking about The Last Jedi. That's not canon.
Endgame is just.
But Endgame, it's like.
I hope it's really good. I hope it's a really good movie too.
Like.
What if it's just a bad movie?
No.
I'm not even gonna conceive that.
No, Robert Downey Jr. actually, he said that the last kind of piece of the last like few scenes, he said the last 8 minutes of the film are probably the best pieces of film that's been in the MCU, like ever. They haven't seen the whole movie yet. I can imagine. Like
the Russo brothers, who are the directors, have kept the whole thing under like super super lock and key.
I would. Oh wow.
Because they care about spoilers. They care about not spoiling it for people.
Yeah, if you follow Marvel on Instagram or anything like that, and you'll see them. There's posts everywhere saying, "Don't spoil the movie. Don't spoil the movie." So I cannot stress this enough.
Don't spoil the fucking movie.
And by the time we post this, hopefully we will have already seen it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
And for all of you out there who haven't seen it and are listening to this or are going to see it,
see the movie.
And we might, when we see it, we might give a review that won't spoil it. Obviously, we'll give a review of our feelings, but
our tears.
Yeah, but to your people who see the movie and want to tell your friends about it, no, don't do it. You're a bad. You like to have that urge and just makes you not okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna cry. Do you want me to change the topic so we can talk about something more lighthearted?
Dude, I'm so stressed out right now.
We're gonna talk about something.
No idea.
All right, we're gonna do a quick flip, Michael. How do you feel about holidays?
Holidays. How do I feel about holidays? Like in general?
Yeah.
Pretty okay.
I feel like everyone should like holidays because you don't have to do work or school.
That's a good reason to like holidays.
I think some holidays are better than other holidays.
Like what?
I think we're going to go through all the holidays and rank them as our favorite and like which ones we just don't like and like.
Let's do it.
All right, so starting beginning of the year, New Year's. What do you think? We're going to rate it thumbs up or thumbs down because I think that's the best system. Approve or disapprove.
We're starting with New Year's.
Starting at the end of the year.
I'll give it a thumbs up. Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up. I like New Year's. I like it. I like being with family. I like the feeling of the new beginning, even though it doesn't really mean a new beginning, obviously.
Yeah,
But I like the feeling.
I'll give New Year's a thumbs up, but I don't really care about New Year's. I'm not a big New Year's fan. Gives me like if I'm in a relationship, give me an excuse to kiss someone, which I always take. But like I don't really have any attachment to New Year's. I'm indifferent to it.
I mean, I like it. I think it's cool.
I think we're gonna cover big holidays, not like little ones.
Like Arbor Day.
I'm not. No, yeah, fuck. All right, next holiday, Valentine's Day.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs up for me. Hard thumbs up for me.
Nope, thumbs down.
Why thumbs down?
Most of the time I'm single on Valentine's Day, and like I'm not one to mull about that. You know, like that's not really a thing that really makes me feel a type of way. I'm not on Valentine's Day just like, damn, I wish I had a girlfriend and listening to Drake and shit.
He's like that every day.
No,
That's me right now, to be honest.
literally, like even when I was in a relationship, it was just like, this shit is dumb. Like what? Like
Why do you think it's dumb?
just appreciate like I don't want to have a day where I'm supposed to like do this shit because it's a holiday. I don't like the shit, and then we're just supposed to like be special and shit like that. Like no, when holidays become like that, like when holidays, I don't like holidays that are like that like we try and force specialness into them. You know, they should feel like something genuinely, and I feel like it's just so much forced on Valentine's Day that it's just I don't like it.
I really enjoy Valentine's Day. It's one of my favorites because I think it's much better. First of all, if you're in a relationship. Second of all, if you're in a relationship, I think it's just a special day to just kind of be like, hey, here's some appreciation just in case you didn't feel, or just like it's just a way to celebrate like your relationship. I think an extra one just to make it more fun. You can celebrate your anniversary, but also here's some fun. Just it's just a feel good day. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why I like it. Next would be March, St. Patrick's Day.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down, yeah. I feel like St. Patrick's Day, I don't really give a shit enough about. We're not, if you're, like, I'm not.
No, that's a thumbs down.
Yeah, no. I think it's stupid.
All right. Hold up. There's a list of.
April Fools.
Ooh,
Thumbs down.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs down.
Yeah.
Hardcore thumbs down.
You.
I hate April Fools. I'm too gullible.
Yeah, you're much too gullible.
I'm very scared that someone's gonna like leave me. Like I'm gonna tell you a story that my sister did to me once. So my sister has an emotional support dog, right? And so she was at college, and one day she calls me, and she's like, "Hey," she's like freaking out. She's like, "Oh my gosh, my dog ran away. I need to help find her. I don't know what to do. Mom and Dad don't answer the phone." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm like on my phone looking up like her campus security and like her local police station to report a missing dog. And she goes, "April Fools." I just hang up. I was so mad because that's not funny. That's not funny. I was about to have a heart attack. I was about to call people.
Who are you gonna call?
Campus security.
I mean, like, I don't know. I like April Fools. I don't know. Funny story. I broke up with my girlfriend on April Fool's Day a couple years ago. That was a rough time telling people, yeah, hey, I broke up with my girlfriend. Oh, ha.
April Fools.
No.
No.
That's not quite what's happening here.
I don't like April. I just get so anxious about it. It makes me upset. It makes me really upset.
It doesn't really make. I don't know. I feel like it's all in good fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I appreciate about
I think sometimes they're in good fun. I like what some companies do, which is the one thing I like that companies do on April Fools. But I just spend like the whole day anxiously like preparing to be fucked with. Easter. I feel like Easter is Walmart brand Christmas.
Wow, that's fucking dark as shit.
I'm not talking about spiritual stuff. I'm not talking about religious stuff. I'm talking about pure celebration of the holiday.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Easter a nice.
Not making me regret saying thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah. Easter.
I'm not particularly fond of Easter. I enjoy that.
Give it a thumbs down, man. I'm gonna have to give it a thumbs down. And that's not to say I dislike Easter. I don't particularly dislike Easter.
I'm just indifferent.
I really don't care enough about it, And I feel like, the religious significance is
we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
Probably. Okay, yeah.
We're just talking about the celebration.
The celebration of Easter doesn't mean anything to me at all whatsoever.
I just think the eggs. I'm not a big candy person.
No, pastel.
Mother's Day, I feel like I'm not allowed to have. I like Mother's Day. I like Father's Day. They deserve to be appreciated.
Yeah, I'm pro Mother's and Father's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just give those a good thumbs up because I fuck with the whole parent thing.
Yeah.
If you have parents that are in your life enough to celebrate them, then they should be celebrated.
Yeah. Now it's 4th of July.
Yep.
That's only in America, though. I guess national holiday.
Yeah, but we're fucking Americans.
But like for the foreign listeners, I'm gonna say national holiday.
I'm gonna give July 4th a thumbs up.
Thumbs down.
Why?
I hate fireworks. They're so annoying.
Really?
I just think they're stupid and boring, and I do not give a shit. You can barbecue any other day of the year. It's just meaningless to me.
I mean, I guess.
I don't fuck with fireworks, really. They're just loud and annoying. That's why I don't really like New Year's as much as I would. If there were no fireworks in New Year's, I'd like New Year's more.
I mean, I don't know. I like the kind of... And here's the thing about 4th of July is I don't really like...
I'm not a patriotic person.
Yeah, I'm not either. I just like I like being around, I'm typically around people who I think are pretty cool. Barbecue food. I fuck with it.
I don't fuck with barbecue food. I'm a vegetarian. So I guess.
Well, there you go.
There you go. What's next?
Labor Day.
You get off school.
Labor Day, I'm gonna give it a huge, big old thumbs up.
Yep. We support labor.
We
support well-paid labor.
Yep. We support.
And we don't support not going to labor for once a year.
Yeah, we support a free day off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow right past the other free day off. Because I don't fuck with that one.
Which one?
Columbus.
Fuck Columbus Day. Thumbs down.
Fuck Columbus Day.
If
That's
you gave
a big
us
old thumbs down.
Indigenous Peoples Day, I'd fuck with.
But nope, Columbus Day gets a big old fucking thumbs down.
Fuck you, Christopher Columbus, you little piece of shit.
Fucking garbage ass. Halloween.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I don't really like Halloween. I used to when I was a kid, but now I really don't.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
you're a theater kid and you don't like Halloween?
Halloween is I don't have any kind of feeling about it at all. Like I don't like.
I never know what to dress up as.
And here's the thing is I like dressing up. Obviously, I'm an actor. I like to put costumes on. I don't like the idea of. I don't like feeling obligated to do things.
I'm okay.
Like having a responsibility to do things and having a commitment to do things is different than feeling obligated to do something, I think.
I don't really care for I don't really give a shit about things being spooky and scary or whatever.
Like, and then I have to sit at the door, and then kids come and they ask for candy, and I have to say yes because if I say no, then it's a big old ordeal.
I'm okay with that. I don't really dig candy that much though. So I don't really care. Thanksgiving.
That's a thumbs up. That's the biggest thumbs up I think that I can possibly give. Thanksgiving is definitely my favorite holiday. You disagree?
I don't. Thanksgiving. I don't really like it because I'm not sure if it's the same way with your family, but my family, it's always dramatic. It's just stressful.
No, Thanksgiving. No.
I just feel stressed out.
Thanksgiving is a big old fucking thumbs up for me. I love it so much. I'm because my family is. I love being around my family.
I don't
honestly.
I like being around my family during another holiday, which is my favorite holiday of all time. That I love. Thanksgiving, I just don't.
I like it. I fuck with it a whole lot.
I like some Thanksgiving food, but again, I'm a vegetarian, so I can only eat so much of it. Next is my favorite holiday of all time that I get really into, and everyone knows I get really, really into when I get great Christmas presents. Fucking love Christmas. So much. I love Christmas.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
No kidding.
Get the fuck out of my house.
I'm kidding. No, Christmas, yeah, it's just an easy thumbs up. I'm not.
Who doesn't like Christmas? Who doesn't like free shit?
I fuck with Christmas.
I love Christmas.
I think Christmas is cool. I think it's I'm not, and I'm not gonna say I'm not super stoked about Christmas any way or the other, but it's cool. It's a cool little energy.
I love Christmas so much.
It's just so much pastel. Not Easter pastel, but and I like pastel.
I'm colorblind and I like Christmas, Michael.
I like pastel. I don't like too much pastel. I don't like. My gosh,
Michael,
when I
I'm
talk
colorblind and I
about
like Christmas.
when I talk about Easter, like a big reason that Easter gets the thumbs down that I gave it is the pastels, man. No, my eyes hurt thinking about it. Like, and I don't dislike pastels. I just don't like everything being pastel.
I love Christmas trees. I love mint candy. I love giving presents. I really like giving presents. Am I not great at giving presents?
You're actually excellent giving presents.
Yeah, it's like one of my things that I really pride myself on as a human being. Like, no shit. I like giving people gifts because I make them happy. I always do, like, I never do what people would like just ask for. I always like come up with something that like they didn't think they needed or whatever. I like love like everything, not everything about Christmas. I prefer to get together on Christmas because we're giving each other gifts and I can make people happy. And I'm good at giving gifts and gifts that most people don't really expect. I love Christmas, and I like dressing up for Christmas. I like wearing sweaters. I like fireplaces. Everything about Christmas is great.
I'm a big Christmas fan.
I love Christmas so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Christmas is a solid thumbs up.
Christmas is my favorite holiday.
Birthdays?
Birthdays aren't holidays.
I'm gonna just throw them in there.
I like birthdays, I guess, but they're not holidays to me.
I like my birthday. My birthday, I like it a lot, actually. I haven't had like a great birthday, like, nothing to brag about, but I don't know. I just like it.
I do have one thing to say about Christmas, though.
What is it?
Lonely Christmases, I think, suck. Whenever you just feel lonely in any regard on Christmas, because Christmas is like when you're supposed to be with people you love.
I've never felt lonely on Christmas.
I have.
I'm sorry.
Sucks.
Yeah.
And I've been with family too, but it's like that more inner loneliness from just lack of meaningful human reaction than like.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just want to be with your significant other, especially on Christmas. Mm-hmm. But I fuck with Christmas. What's your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday? Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. So yours is Thanksgiving, mine is Christmas.
Yeah, it's a solid Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving so much.
I think I just like turned a little red and green myself talking about Christmas. So like I think my favorite is Christmas.
Yeah, you got really hyped up about that one.
I fucking love Christmas, guys. But who doesn't?
I like Christmas.
I like giving gifts. I like getting gifts too. I don't except Michael knows this. I'm impossible to buy gifts for.
Yeah.
And I've had everyone tell me this in my entire life. Like, no one ever knows what to give me. That's because I always like, A, I just buy the shit myself at some point. B, I don't really like have a lot of physical things. So it's really hard to like find a thing that like I would buy that I have like, and everything that I want has like extreme specifications on it that like it must be this thing or that thing. I'm impossible to buy gifts for.
Yeah. What about Prince souvenirs?
You got me a good Prince souvenir.
I did.
4 months after my birthday. So and if you want to get me stuff on time, it's really hard.
Yeah, it is.
And I feel like actually all my Christmas presents, all my birthday presents this year that I got, except for yours, were like entirely things that I had people get for me because I told them explicitly because they could not come up with anything on their own. Mm-hmm. Which I think that's part of why I don't like my birthday because
of the presents.
Because I'm actually scared of getting presents.
Really?
Because people don't know what to buy me. So I always like it's always a shot in the dark of like whether or not it's gonna be something that I think is like I'm actually like against, which I've gotten presents of which I'm actually against. And
I have a solution.
What?
Every time to combat your fear of getting things, you should reroute anytime anyone asks who's about to get you a Christmas present, you should reroute that Christmas present to me. Or birthday present, I mean.
You wouldn't even like half the things I get.
I'm saying you should you should say, for my birthday, I want you to get Michael something.
No, actually, I tried doing this for like Christmas and shit. I'm like, everyone just donate to charity for my Christmas. They were not having that. That was not allowed.
Here's one thing I will say about gifts. I fuck with most gifts. I'm not really too picky in the gift department because anything that you get me, I can probably find a way to fuck with.
I act nice, but there's like a lot, like I get really stressed about like if I get a gift that I won't like. I get really scared because like I've been told, I ask my mom this all the time, if I get a gift that I don't like, did I act well? And she always says yes because I've trained myself like that. But I'm really scared I'm gonna slip up one day, and I'm like, fucking Christ, I can't do this.
Gift cards. How do you feel about gift cards?
I like gift cards because I buy the things myself, and it's not scary.
I hate gift cards.
Really?
I hate them so much.
Why?
Just give me the money, man. Like,
oh, that's true.
That's not a good gift at all. But you're gonna give me money to go that I can use at one store. But it's like you give me a $20 gift. Like, let's say for example, you give me a $20 gift card to Guitar Center. Yeah, you have a $20 gift card to Guitar Center. The fuck am I gonna get at Guitar Center with $20? Not shit. And like, you know,
Guitar pick.
and like, yeah, I can use that $20 towards something that I'm just gonna otherwise spend money on. But then why not just give me the money? Because the $20 would be useful in a myriad of other situations that don't require me to have more than $20. It's just like it's a trap. It's like I can't really do anything with it.
It's a trap. I not know not to get you gift cards ever. But it's considered rude to give people money, which I think is kind of stupid.
No, I tell people that if you think that you want to send me money, then I will take the money.
Yeah, I said
And if you want it to not be rude, air quotes, then send a card too. You know, write your name on it. You know, doesn't have to be anything special.
X's and O's.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You know, you don't even need to do that. You can like literally, like if you get me an envelope with a blank card that has your name on it that says "Happy Birthday" or even just HBD, or like an exclamation point. Like, I'll take it.
I just don't like getting presents. I like giving presents, which is what I like about Christmas. But getting presents just stresses me out on a whole new level. Mm-hmm. Is fruit just healthy candy?
Yes.
I feel like fruit's better than candy.
Fruit is healthy candy.
But is fruit better than candy?
No.
Why?
Because it's healthy.
What's wrong with it being healthy?
It's healthy, therefore by default it tastes poor.
Apples are fucking delicious.
Fuck, you got me there.
Bananas, grapes, most oranges.
Most of those things aren't even fruits, bro. Come on.
Those are all fruits. Ketchup.
No, that's actually genuinely not a fruit.
Tomatoes are fruit.
Yeah, but tomatoes don't just be having vinegar in them.
That's true. Strawberries.
Yeah, you guys know I'm clearly joking, right? In case you didn't know, are fruits just healthy? Are just fruits just healthy candy? No.
Candy is just bad fruit. It's just unhealthy fruit.
Yeah, for the most part.
Like think about most candy either just tastes like sugar or like some sort of artificial fruit.
Yeah, you know.
Or like chocolate.
Chocolate's a weird limbo. I don't even really consider chocolate candy.
What do you consider chocolate? Chocolate?
Yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm. What kind of chocolate do you like?
Milk chocolate.
Like what? Like caramel, mint, what?
Milk chocolate.
Just milk, just regular ass milk chocolate.
I don't even like straight milk chocolate. Like, I'm not a huge chocolate person.
I don't like straight up chocolate. I do like caramel chocolate and mint chocolate though.
Huh. I don't like dark chocolate.
I'll eat dark chocolate if like.
I won't.
What's your favorite type of milkshake?
Cookie dough.
Cookie dough milkshake?
Yeah. You ever had that?
No.
Steak and shake?
I don't really fuck with cookie dough though, even in ice cream.
Really?
I'm not a big fan.
I love cookie dough.
I'm not.
If you're not really with the novelty milkshakes, then cookies and cream.
Do you know what my favorite type of milkshake is?
What's that?
I'm pretty sure I've told you.
Strawberry.
I'm really scared to say that.
Why?
I told you why I'm scared to say that.
I forgot why.
I heard someone say somewhere something like only pedophiles like strawberry ice cream.
Jesus, what?
And strawberry milkshakes. And that's not true. I'm not a pedophile.
I'm not a pedophile. I like strawberry ice cream and milkshakes.
I like strawberry milkshakes a lot. Mm-hmm. I like strawberry everything.
And neither of us like pedophiles.
Yeah, fuck pedophiles. Don't fuck pedophiles, actually. Do the opposite.
But if you're afraid of pedophiles, then...
I'm scared of pedophiles. I used to be, at least.
If you're afraid of pedophiles, you should probably grow up.
Nah.
Pedophiles are bad.
Pedophiles are bad. Don't fuck pedophiles.
Don't fuck with pedophiles.
Don't be a pedophile.
Just don't.
Get help if you're having.
If you really have an urge to have sexual relations with minors, then you're
seek help.
You're weird.
Seek a therapist.
You should probably
definitely
there's something more. There's like a deeper psychological issue there.
Yeah, definitely.
That's not being addressed.
So
Blow.
Get as low as me.
You're peeking again.
Fuck. We're definitely putting that at the end.